Interstate rivals, the Bavarian BMW Z4 Coupe versus the Porsche Cayman S from Swabia. 265 horsepower, 2 seats and a solid roof over your head. From BMW, that'll cost you about 40,000 euros. More displacement, more power, more speed, and more cash if it's the Porsche you want, 60,000 euros. Low slung, just 1 meter 27 centimeters high, the Z4 Coupe nevertheless has broad shoulders and a long wheelbase, but the length overall is just a touch over 4 meters. The noble 18-inch rims from M Tuning cost a mere 1,600 euros extra. The antenna spoils things a bit, though. The Cayman's skin is hardly distinguishable from other members of the Porsche family. The nose is Porsche Pure, a Boxster, a 911. It's the rear view which identifies the Cayman properly. The 18-inch rims are standard here, but ceramic brakes cost an extra 10,000 euros more. The most important thing is under the service hatch. The contender from the state of Bavaria has something for the ear as well as for the eye. Design remains always a matter of taste, but a sports car that doesn't show off its engine? No thanks. BMW Z4 wins this point. The BMW's interior is identical to that of the convertible version. This saves manufacturing costs and ensures consistent quality, but it makes for a kind of sameness. A sport coupe has to fit like a glove. Here BMW offers all imaginable adjustment possibilities, but maybe the thick steering wheel is meant for the mitts of basketball players rather than for race drivers. Possibly not of great interest to most men, but it could help to persuade your significant other. Darling, only 10 liters less room for your shopping than a Golf. Ergonomic perfection also in the Cayman. However, electrical seat adjustment and leather upholstery costs another 4,300 euros. The higher roof allows even a 6-footer to be comfortable. As long as your baggage consists of many small bags, you're well provided for in the Porsche. At the back, there's 260 liters of load volume and another 150 in front. Surprising, actually, but the Porsche wins in this point of practicality. More room both inside and in the boot. But enough of practical matters. Sports coupes are about the heart, not the head. Which means, of course, that the Porsche is the measure of all things. With its solid roof, the Porsche has excellent carrossery rigidity. For 1,400 euros, there's electronically adjustable suspension. The 3.4-litre Boxer motor delivers 295 horsepower and a lot of fun at high revs. The mid-motor ensures that it takes only 18.6 seconds to hit 200. All commands produce instantaneous response. The BMW has 30 horses fewer under the hood, but it's a deficit you notice only at speeds above 160. Then, with its 265 horsepower 6-cylinder motor, the BMW has to hang back behind the Porsche. The electro-hydraulic steering gives a variable power support and gives about a litre of fuel saving too, but the feedback is less than optimal. The transmission is demanding. Shifting calls for a firm hand. A weight distribution of exactly 50% on each axle and a carrossery even stiffer than that of the Porsche means both stability and thrills in the corners. The biggest differences are the small details. To take a closer look at these, we confided both cars to suspension specialist Mitch Mittländer. An experienced race driver, he put both through the avoidance test. First time through with the stabilization program activated. Then without the electronic aid. With the avoidance maneuver, you have to get used to the fact that the car feels longer than it really is. You sit quite far back. That means you feel the rear brake away when it does because you're sitting in the back. The suspension is certainly a sports setup, which makes for fun driving, but it's quite hard to get it back under control when it breaks away and the electronics aren't helping.
Es ist relativ schwer beherrschbar, dann, wenn mal ausgebrochen ist, wenn man die Fahrhilfen ausschaltet.
The same routine with the Cayman, first with the Porsche stability program, and then without. The Porsche system, PSM, takes charge a bit later, allows for more drift before cutting in to get you back on track. Those who go on about Porsche being a rear-end swinger are wrong here. The car is very neutral and easy to drive, easy to control, even without PSM.
Unheimlich neutral und auch tatsächlich einfach zu fahren, einfach zu beherrschen, auch ohne PSM.
More power, tighter steering and a first-class suspension. Not the BMW is bad in any of these areas, but the Cayman sets the bar just that bit higher. The BMW 3.0 SI has that wonderfully sonorous six-cylinder sound, and it's not really that fuel-greedy. The gear shifting should be lighter, though. If you want the better of the two sport coupes, you'll go for the Porsche if you can afford it. And that, we think, makes a difference. The Z4 Coupe provides almost as much fun, and you'll be €20,000 better off.